Hi guys, good afternoon. Monday 15th of April, just gone 12:30 here in London. Just having a quick look over the calendar to begin with, and then a couple of charts to have a look at for the week ahead. Monday, you can see pretty quiet on the data front, not much coming out except the manufacturing New York State in the afternoon, and we've just started the Japan and US trade talks, which will be of interest as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday gets a bit more interesting before Good Friday wraps up the week. So main part of trade will become in the mid part of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday offering the most. Having a look at the charts at how we stand here, I've got I'll start with the S&P. Broke 2900 on the futures last week, and it seems only a matter of time before we can get a push up to that all-time high, just over 1%, and Nasdaq just under. Having a look at where the next resistance level would pretty much be the all-time high, having broken through at 2900. On the daily, haven't got a retest of that, so it'd be interesting to see what happens should we get another push lower. 14 points above the 2900 at the moment. Since the Golden Cross, the market has pushed higher and higher, and it does seem like a matter of time before we do get there. Had earnings out already this morning, and we got some bigger ones tomorrow with Netflix to keep an eye on. Even if the earnings do come in slightly worse, you've got to imagine this market still grinds higher. Oil, wouldn't be too surprising to see a short-term top around here. Quite a lot of resistance found from June and August and October last year, and the $65 handle. First real test of that. Good rejection the beginning of last week, and we have drifted lower for now. As a support level to be aware of, the previous high that we had the beginning of April on the futures at $63. If that was to break, then we could see a further extension lower. From my personal bias, I think we probably do come lower to then maybe drift higher later on, maybe in a couple of weeks' time or so. But as an area goes of resistance, you've got to imagine this one here looks pretty good. The euro, you can see recovery from that low that we had in the year has been pretty strong. The ECB and Fed last week not doing too much in the way of movement to this market, but a slightly weaker dollar overall has seen this euro recover a bit as people perhaps have started to take some profit. Almost a new trend channel coming into play, albeit a bit choppy to the upside. So it'd be interesting to see what happens should we get to 114 on the futures, which is also the high that we had back on the 26th and 25th of March. The pound looks slightly more interesting from an opportunity perspective to come in sooner rather than later. You can see getting squeezed from the top from the 13th of March and those lows from going well. What was the high on the 13th of February turned into the low the 22nd of Feb, 11th of March, and 5th of April. If that was to break down, it wouldn't take too long from a technical point of view, you'd imagine, to get down to the low that we had on the 14th of February. A break above this trend line, it might see a bit of a relief rally up to 133. So I'll be keeping an eye on that as well. Gold contained for now in terms of predicting overall price action for this market seems relatively tricky. I'd favour a bit more of a push to the downside and be keeping an eye on the 23rd of January low as well.